In this video, we will factor this polynomial. Now, when you see that you have a polynomial with 4 terms, the first thing you should try is grouping. Well, actually, the first step of factoring is to look for a GCF. Is there a common factor? Scanning across here, there is no common factor, so then I turn to grouping. So the way grouping works is you look at the first 2 terms as one pair and you look at the last 2 terms as a pair. So looking at the first set, now we have a common factor. What is the greatest common factor of these 2 terms? Well, they're both divisible by 2, and I see the x squared right here. They both have at least x squared. So the GCF will be 2x squared. So I'm going to pull out 2x squared in front of my parentheses. Okay, so now what does that leave on the inside of the parentheses? Well, 2 times 6 is 12. X squared times x will give me x to the 3rd power. And 2x squared times 1 will give me 2x squared back. A common mistake is to leave off the 1. That 1 needs to be there. If you do the distributive property, it should get you back to where you started. Now, on this next pair, be careful. You see the negative sign? That's going to stick around. So when you look for the GCF, you notice that 5 goes into both of these. But you need to think of this as a negative 5 because of the subtraction sign. So what goes inside the parentheses? I like to think about the distributive property. Negative 5 times 6x will give me negative 30x. Now, negative 5 times positive 1 will get me back the negative 5 that I had. So now I have this. Notice that in the parentheses we have the same expression, 6x plus 1 and another 6x plus 1. That makes 6x plus 1 a common factor. So, like we always do with a common factor, we factor it out. We will put it out in the front. So I will have 6x plus 1 in the front. Now imagine that I erased the 6x plus 1 from this previous step. What would that leave behind? Well, I was kind enough to color code it for you, so you can see that what's left behind is the blue part, 2x squared and then minus 5. And this is going to be the final answer. We have now factored by grouping. Now keep an eye on this. Occasionally this can factor more. If this was, for example, the difference of 2 squares or something like that. But these are not perfect squares, so you have to stop. So let's look for this among the choices. Okay, so I need 6x plus 1 and then 2x squared minus 5. I see right here that that is choice C.